You seem to be really, really, really tight about me making a YouTube video about you. I never thought that making a YouTube video was going to make somebody so mad. But I know what you're really, really upset about, and I'm going to get into that today. You have never, ever, since you've ever known me, ever called me out my name or referred to me as stupid or a bitch or anything like that. Like I said in my last video, the only thing you've ever said to me is that you've called me a dummy in the midst of conversation. No, you didn't say the word dumbass. You have never cussed at me until recently in your video. You seem to be really upset. So, since you're mad, let's make you a little bit more mad. So I'm going to make another video because you said make a YouTube video about that. Well, I am. And not only am I going to make another YouTube video off of that, I'm going to get 7 views off of this, 7 more views than you wanted me to get, which is why you try to always conceal my identity and hide who I am. You're never going to be able to conceal me, suppress me, or hide me from any fucking body. That's number one. And that's what one of the principles was when I made the last video. You didn't want to hide, didn't want to show my name, give me any support, give me anything because you're threatened by me. That's what the real issue is. And that's fine. I'm still going to get 7 views off of you regardless, whether you put my name up or you admit the tattoo is real or anything else is real. That's for one. Who the fuck are you dealing with? First of all, before I ether you, let me clear some things up. Let me help you out a little bit. For one, you said on your live before that I'm on Section 8 and I'm uneducated. First of all, I've been on Section 8 all of my life, 2 years. And that was 2 years ago. So you're actually 2 years late. I never grew up on Section 8. I grew up in a 5-bedroom house and a 3-bedroom house with my grandparents, okay? You're the one that grew up fucking poor. You're the one that grew up with a poor ass mother on Section 8 picking roaches out your fucking cereal box. I can tell you grew up poor by your values and the way that you speak and the way that you act. You're not, real ghetto-ish and real niggerish now, but I can tell you grew up poor. You grew up poor. My mother has a master's degree. My past 2 husbands were both college educated black engineers, something that you will never be able to fucking achieve. Before you sit here and say I'm uneducated, first of all, I'm not. I have now. What I did do is I did go to college and I did one of the stupidest things you could probably do, which is I went basically 80% into a pre-med degree and dropped out. I have 3 years of college education under my belt. I had 1 year to go to graduate. And due to, different things that happen, I wind up leaving school and not graduating. And to be quite honest with you, I don't really regret that decision. I love school. I've always loved school. Unlike you, I've never been kicked out of school. My mother actually has a master's degree. And you know what her degree is in? It's in early childhood education / child psychology. Now, I told you certain things about me as far as my diagnosis and who I am. And that's why my mother used to work in law enforcement, actually, and she switched over to a career in early childhood education. My mother is a teacher and she was a principal of a high school at one point. Okay. I always was intelligent and loved school. As a matter of fact, I remember very vividly in 3rd grade, 4th grade, my mother would be, making her lesson plans and grading kids' papers. And my mother would have me help her do that, because I was so good in school and always advanced. And you can always tell when someone is insecure about something. When I first met you, I noticed that you lied about something to me. And I was like, well, why is he lying about that? I remember very vividly you told me that you went and got some college credits. That's what you said. And then come to find out, so you say you graduated from a continuation school and you didn't even get into college, even though you wanted to. So if you're lying to try to, I guess you were trying to fit in with me or impress me by lying and trying to make it seem as though you had more college education than you did or something. I don't know. Maybe you wanted to appear more, like you had some more couth than you do. But I can tell that you grew up poor. I can tell that you grew up uneducated. I can tell that your family doesn't value education. That's for one. My grandmother is an RN. She's a nurse. I grew up in a house with pretty much nurses and teachers for the most part. I have 1 or 2 police officers in my family, a judge now by marriage. So, I don't come from, royalty, but I definitely don't come from poverty. I'm a solidly middle class, and I would even argue upper middle class upbringing. Okay. That's for one. I didn't grow up dodging bullets and, I didn't grow around a whole, well, there were drug dealers around, of course. I grew up halfway in New Jersey and halfway in another different place. And there's going to be drugs and stuff everywhere. And I saw it, I saw different things here and there. But ultimately, I was really not a part of that world. And that's actually, I think, what drew me to you, is that you were so different than men that I have been with. Like I said, both of my ex-husbands are Black engineers. My first husband, actually, he's an engineer and he's an officer in the Air Force now. Okay. And he's a civil and hydraulic engineer, which means if I know that you don't know what that means. You've probably never met an engineer before, at least not in the way that I have. But my ex-husband worked for a city, and basically he is the one who controlled, water and, things of that nature in the city. So that's for one. For two, my second husband is a mechanical engineer. Okay. That's for where these are the type of people that I separate myself with. You are the oddball in my dating history as far as dating somebody from the hood. I've never seriously dated anybody from the hood. I never had a bad boy phase, liking bad boys and thugs and all this type of stuff. Yeah, some of them are cute. They're on TV, but I never was interested in men like that. That's why I've always been with nerds, because I'm a nerd. Always been with nerds. I've always liked highly intelligent men. That's just my thing. Looks is fine. Obviously, he has to have money. Obviously, he has to be good. Obviously, he has to be whatever. But one of the most important things to me, and I know you know this because this is clearly one of the reasons why I sought you out, because I clearly am not seeking you out for much else. One of the main things that connected me to you was the fact that you were intelligent. You reminded me of my ex-husbands, which is something that I'm used to. That's for one. So I'm not uneducated. I'm more educated than you are. Definitely by far. And I'm definitely more educated than your ex. And I'm going to get into her in a little bit. And furthermore, motherfucker, why do I have to be highly educated to deal with you? Since when do gang members value intelligent women anyway, let alone be able to relate to them and deal with them? Since when are highly intelligent, creative or talented, since when are females who are the movers and shakers, the decent ones in society, since when are they going after gang members that much? Gang members, as far as I'm concerned, when I've looked at y'all, as far as y'all track record, most of the time you either deal with other gang banging bitches, or if you do wind up getting with a chick who's, educated, she's usually a lawyer or something, or a cop or something. That's usually what y'all might get if you're lucky. But since when are gang members seeking out intelligent, educated, women of middle class stock and up? Gang members, just like a lot of drug dealers and everything else, first of all, you guys don't value education. That's why you go into these professions for the most part, because if you valued education, you wouldn't have to sell drugs, have to do this and have to do that. So you want to be completely honest with you. And since when have women from my class, see, I'm a weirdo. I'm a very, very unique, weird situation. The women that come from my background, see, I didn't grow up in the hood. I didn't grow up in a gang environment. Okay? Nobody in my family has ever been a part of a gang. I don't even know what the hell that means, really, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what it is. I didn't grow up around pimps and people selling drugs intimately in my, hitmen and all this other craziness. I didn't grow up in that type of environment. That's your upbringing. Why do I need to have education to date a motherfucker that could not graduate high school completely? Please explain that to me. I grew up and I graduated high school with a 3.3 GPA. AP credits and all that. Applied to 30 colleges, got accepted into 17. The first college I went to was, I'm not going to get into that. Listen, as far as uneducated is concerned, you're right. I don't have a bachelor's degree, but I have way more education than you, your mother, or your father. You see, I know you probably don't know this, but when you apply to college, usually if you want federal grants, they go through your whole family history. They go through, what does your mother do? What does your father do? I type in those things and I actually have an answer for what my mother does. I actually have a salary for what my mother does. I actually have an answer for what my father does. I actually have an answer for a salary for that and the other members in my family. See, the issue is that you're mad because not only am I intelligent, I'm more intelligent than you. You're upset because I'm not only that, I'm confident, I'm assertive, and I'm not afraid to speak my mind. And you want to try to compare me to your girlfriend. Listen, I've been through this with you before. Listen, I understand that, men don't like smart women. That's a bullshit ass lie. That's a myth right there. And I'm going to just put that out there. Men always want to say, I want a girl that's beautiful and smart and confident and all this other bullshit. No, they don't. Now, I will tell you, your girlfriend, she's a beautiful woman. She's pretty physically, but she's not intelligent, and she has zero self-esteem. And as far as me and her is concerned, if that's what you're looking for, then I guess I'm always going to be a side bitch or number two or whatever to you. And I guess I'm not going to be number one, because I will never be as stupid or as low self-esteem or have at least character as her. How the hell are you going to compare me to her when she has 4 kids by 4 different dudes? How are you? So I'm uneducated, okay, but she has four kids by 4 different dudes. Well, let's say she is educated, more educated than me. Obviously, that educated didn't do her very much justice. Sorry, you say, oh, I don't deal with little girls, and you're extolling her and saying how she works 2 jobs to make up for the fact that you're not spending time with her. Well, guess what? I would never fucking do that. First of all, if I'm with you, I'm not working no fucking where. Just like I told you before, I'm not paying for shit. You want to sit here and say, well, my girl, she's a dime and she paid to come see me. Well, I guess you're going to have to be with her, because I'm an 8 and I'm not paying for shit. You fucking pay for it. You're rich rolling 60s, not me. You mean to tell me you've been killing people and raising hell all your fucking life and you don't have enough money to support a woman? Oh, fucking well. I'm not lowering my standards for you because of that retarded bitch. She got 4 kids. She's talking about what she doesn't have to do. My ex-girlfriend doesn't have to make a YouTube channel. Your ex-girlfriend has 4 bastard children. There's a lot of shit she got to fucking do. See, unlike her, I made choices in life to where now I don't have to do shit all fucking day. That's why I could be on the internet and pop shit all fucking day. And I only got 1 child. Sorry, I wasn't stupid like her and had children with every nigga that I met. Sorry, I actually thought enough of myself to say, you know what? Hey, I had a kid, I made a mistake, whatever. Let me chill, not have more out of wedlock children, and let me, wait to find a husband. Sorry, I wanted to have children in wedlock. I know that's something that you don't value, you don't understand the concept of, and neither does that sorry bitch. You can never compare me to her. I don't give a fuck what she looked like. I don't give a fuck if I was a 1 and she was a super dime. She doesn't compare to me in any fucking way. And that's why with her being a dime and with her paying for shit for you, that's why you still fuck with me. And that's why you still gave me more. And that's why you still gonna continue to. I don't give a fuck about that bitch. You can never compare her to me. Stupid ass bitch. She has no self-esteem. You're talking about she wants to try to, have you go to restaurants so she can have a good look for people. Obviously, you wouldn't say she doesn't have to be on the internet. She doesn't have the intelligence or the confidence or the organizational skills to make a YouTube video to diss you. And that's why you like her. And if you want a lesser woman, then you fucking say that. Don't try to sit here and compare her to me. If you want a woman that's less than me, then you do that. I'm not going to change who I am for you. And I don't give a fuck how you feel. You're tight about spending money on me. You're upset because I actually hold you to a standard. You're upset that I have the confidence to tell you, you fat motherfucker. Yes, you as a man are going to provide for me. You're going to do things that are going to be good by me. And I'm not going to sit here and have low self-esteem for you. You men don't like women who have confidence. As much as y'all say, oh, you women are insecure. You don't like insecure women. Yes, you do. That's one of the most, you know what you niggas like? You like insecure, beautiful, stupid women. That's what men like. And unfortunately, I can't do that with you. I would never, even when I was 6 and 7 years old, I wasn't that stupid. I would watch the Maury show. And the Maury show would always have the baby daddy, who's the baby daddy, who's the baby mama shit. And I would see women on there and they would bring like 4 or 5 dudes on there. And I'm just like, even when I was a kid watching this shit, I'm like, I don't want to be a baby mama. Let alone a baby mama with all these kids. Some of the chicks who come on the Maury show with like 7 kids. And it's just like, that's ridiculous. So even at 6, 7, 8 years old, I wasn't as stupid as she is. What you're asking of me, what you want me to be, is impossible. I will never have that low self-esteem. And here's another thing about you calling me stupid. See, you're very, very insecure about my intelligence. And it brings me no pleasure to say that I'm more intelligent than you and my intelligence and this and that. It really doesn't, because to be quite honest, yes, I love me. I love the way God created me. I love having high IQ. I love it, but it is a curse. It is definitely a curse, and it is a burden and a responsibility to deal with. And it's something that you people out there listening, you may say this and that, but you don't want this. You don't. And you seem to be really, really tight about this tattoo. Okay, well, since you think that this tattoo is fake, since you want to pop that shit, now I'm about to get another one. And I'm about to get it of you. And I'm about to get your face right here on my back. And I want you to say that tattoo is fake too. And I want you to sit here and question me as to what made you do that. You know why I got the fucking tattoo. First of all, this is not a relationship tattoo. This is a fan tattoo. And you keep bringing up the fact that it's not your real name. It's not my real name. You're stupid. First of all, it doesn't have to be your real name, you dumb motherfucker. I am getting a tattoo of the persona, your gang name. Obviously, Lil Boo, OG Bop, OG Monster Cody. Obviously, these are not y'all real names, you stupid bastard. It's no different than shit. The bitch, the Tekashi and his girlfriend, she got 6ix9ine tattooed on her. Obviously, we know 6ix9ine is not his real fucking name. So shut the fuck up. You're just trying to find some way to discredit the tattoo because you're tight, you're upset, you're insecure, and you're jealous. And I don't give a fuck. Since you're tight, let's make you more tight. And no, I didn't tell people that you spent $11,000 for a nose job. I said $6,000. That dude said $11,000. I said $6,000 because that's how much the rhinoplasty costs. Now, if you want me to bring out the paperwork, I can bring it out. And what you're going to see when I bring out the paperwork is that, yes, you're going to see the payment of $3,900 that has been made. And with the $6,000 that you gave me, yes, I didn't put the whole $6,000 down. I had to use, some of that money for other stuff. But that if you want me to do that and bring that out, I can definitely do that for you. I didn't say 11,000. I said 6,000. And as far as me feeling bad about the stuff, I mean, yeah, I feel horrible that we're not talking, but I don't feel bad about what I did. You were blocking me and stuff when I was being nice to you. When I got the tattoo, you were attacking me and blocking me. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen a dude get mad at somebody for getting it. It's like you're mad about the tattoo. When I talked about it with you, you are a very sick man. You change so quickly. You'll say one thing and then 10 minutes later, you'll act like you didn't say that. Like, I've never seen anybody do shit like that. That's why I say, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. I'm keeping the tattoo. And I'm getting another one of you. And I'm putting it out on the internet. And I'm going to get views off of it. Because we know that's what you didn't want to happen. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You sound stupid. You want to talk about, oh, this person doesn't have my real phone number. You don't have my real phone number. First of all, you had your phone number on Facebook for the longest fucking time. Now, I'm not going to put your phone number out there, but your phone number has at least 3 2s in it, okay? And that's all I'm going to say on that. You sound stupid, and you sound a mess. Talking about I'm on Section 8. No, actually, I have better than Section 8 now. Like I said, 2 years ago, I was on Section 8, yeah. And I was only on Section 8 for 2 years of my whole life. You've been on Section 8 since you've been growing up, okay? I had never been on Section 8 until for 2 years in my adult life. And I haven't been on Section 8 for 2 years. And I got a better deal than that because I don't pay any rent. Technically speaking, I'm a subtenant in a nonprofit organization since you really want to get technical. Now, if you want me to bring the lease agreement out, I can show that too. And I can help you read it. See, unlike you, I can read and write very well. I was reading on a collegiate level in middle school. So if you need me to break it down and help you interpret business law and landlord-tenant things, I can do that for you if you like. But no, I'm not on Section 8. I don't pay any rent, actually, which is better than Section 8. I don't pay $75 for rent or $200 for rent. I don't pay anything in rent. And I don't pay utilities. And I got my own spot. Now, and since you want to talk about what your girlfriend doesn't have to do, well, she has the work. I don't have to do the motherfucking thing. I only got one kid. I don't have to toil like she does. You want to say she's a dime? Well, what is it doing for her? She's a stupid bitch. So her being a dime is not doing her anything. I'm an 8 and I don't got to do shit. So, and that's why I'm not even like, most of the time when your man is like dealing with another woman or he has an ex or whatever, you know how you'll be mad. That's why I'm not even really, I want to be in a relationship, but that's why I'm not even mad or threatened by her, because what you want from me is something that is so, I would have to cripple myself so much and make myself be so bad. I would have to handicap myself so much to be like your ex that it would literally not be worth it. Like, what you want from me is something I was better than her as a child. I was more intelligent, more prepared, more virtuous than her as a child. So for you to try to expect from me at this point in the game to retard myself in order to be non-threatening to you so you can relate to me, I'm sorry, that's never going to happen. And as much as I love you or love whatever, I will listen, I can't be somebody else. Now, You have never called me out my name or spoken those words and called me a bitch. You want to refer to me as a bitch on the internet? Seriously? Okay. Well, since I'm a bitch and I'm a stupid motherfucker, your mother's a bitch. She's a raggedy, stink, crooked wig wearing, cotton picking, pissed on bitch. That's what she is. And so is your daughter and all the women in your family. Your dyke ass aunties, your daughter's a bitch, your cousins are bitches, all the females in your family's a bitch. Your mother is a synthetic wig wearing, fish frying, no teeth having, hairy back ass bitch. And as far as that's concerned, I don't even want to beef with you anymore. Since you want to talk about me being a bitch, I want to talk to the sorry stink bitch you slid out of. That's what I want to talk to. I want to know why she raised you like that. She's a fucking failure. And so is every bitch in your fucking family. If she wasn't, you would have some class about your fucking self. You could be a criminal, but why can't you have some fucking class about yourself? I just love how you niggas always have the sorriest fucking mothers. You know, you niggas always want to talk about you was a crack fiend mama. You always was a black queen mama. You always want to sit here and have the most, beneath me sorriest ass mothers who didn't raise you. You grew up poor in the fucking hood. My daughter doesn't grow up in poverty. That's for one. Did your mother think enough of you to do whatever she had to do to get you out the fucking hood? Did your mother think enough of you to homeschool you and educate you like my child has? Don't get mad at me because your father didn't think enough of you to stay and raise you. Don't try to take that shit out on me. I had a father figure in my life. I had a family, unit in my life. That's why I don't have to turn to the streets. And I have some self-esteem about myself. And I do value myself in marriage. And no, I'm not going to be like your ex-girlfriend and pop out 3 kids and have tattoos all on my neck to fucking please you. I am more intelligent than you. Get the fuck over it, like I told you before. And if you don't like it, then don't fucking deal with me. Don't try to change me or try to compare me to your sorry ass ex-girlfriend. That bitch could never compare to me, ever. Even when I was fat, that bitch could never compare to me. And that's why when I was fatter talking to you, you were still talking to me. And you say she's a quote unquote dime. And that's why you're upset. You want to say fuck me on the dead homies? Well, fuck you on the dead homies. How about that? Fuck you and your dead homies. I'm not a part of a gang. You don't tell me what to do. You don't run my life. I'm free to do whatever the hell I want to do. I don't have to report to anyone. Fuck you and the dead homies. How about that? Fuck all of you. And to be quite honest, you need to be threatened by me. That's the first smart decision you've made in a long fucking time. You need to be threatened by me. And that's what this whole issue is. I didn't do anything to you. And this is not an issue of me not being good enough for you or whatever the case is. This is about envy and insecurity. And I don't care. You can feel how you want to feel. I'm not going to change. You're not going to drag me down to anybody's level. It's never going to fucking happen. I was never that stupid. It's impossible for me to be that. And if that's what you want and that's what makes you feel comfortable, then I'm sorry. I guess I'm not going to be able to be with you. And I guess I'll have to just find somebody who's on my level. I don't know why you sat there and told your followers, why would I pay $11,000 for a nose job when my nose is messed up? First of all, I don't know what's wrong with your nose. I mean, you've never mentioned to me that you wanted a nose job or anything wrong with your nose. No, that's for one. For two, you have the money to get a nose job, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I mean, but what you want a nose job for? I mean, who you trying to look cute for? What are you trying to do, girl? Are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to transition or something? I mean, if you trying to be a woman, I mean, listen, you got nice teeth, you got long hair. I mean, if you want to try to be a woman, I mean, you might need to get some lipo though, girl, but you might have to lose a couple pounds if you want to, really be a woman and really do it like me. You might be able to be a BBW. You might be able to transition to a nice, cute, little chocolate, little Angie Stone looking chick, if that's what you want. I mean, what do you need a nose job for? You sound so fucking dumb. You're going out of your way to make something negative as usual, and you don't want it with me. I'm a bitch. So is listen, if you call me a bitch again, it's really not going to go too well for you. If I'm a bitch, your mother's a bitch, and so is your daughter, and so is every woman in your family. They're all raggedy, stink, pissed on, ran down, dirty, bucktooth, stinky fish, pissed on fucking bitches. That's what they are. And if I'm a bitch, you're a fat bitch. You're a fat, greasy, Popeye's chicken eating bitch. That's what you are. You're a fucking honey bun eating, fucking lemon pepper wing sucking, fucking Arizona iced tea, fucking pig feet sucking bitch. That's what you are. Now,